crazy that this PLE was called Night of Champions, but we only had 2 champions on the card. Now, this is my alarming thing that I wanted to bring to you. I watched Night of Champions. It was a decent PLE. I actually enjoyed it, but I did have some questions as to why this PLE was called Night of Champions. When I was growing up, Night of Champions, the card was stacked with multiple champions, not just two. And I feel as if this is where one of Triple H's flaws come into the play. And don't get me wrong, everyone has flaws, but this is a glaring issue. I feel as if Triple H does not give us enough matches on the PLE card. Now, I'm all for the quality over quantity. I've always been about quality over quantity. But this specific issue, I think certain PLE should have more matches. Night of Champions being one, because if you're going to call it Night of Champions, you need all, if not majority, of your champions on that card. The fact that we didn't get the Street Profits on that card is criminal, because ever since they became the tag team champions, they have not been on a PLE at all. And to me, that's an issue. They're very charismatic and good in ring, and I'm not understanding why they've never been on a PLE at this point. It's kind of crazy how they're always defending their titles on a SmackDown. Leaving them off WrestleMania was criminal. That should have never happened. They didn't make Backlash. They didn't make Saturday Night's Main Event. They didn't make this PLE. It's just like, why are they not on the card? And then you don't have your World Heavyweight Champion on the card. There should have been plans to have your World Heavyweight Champion on the card, because this World Heavyweight title has been treated like a joke compared to the WWE title. And I'm going to be just flat out honest. It's been treated like a consolation prize. Like, ever since that title was created, when Seth had it, I think Seth had the best reign, but even when Seth had it, it felt second fiddle because Roman had the main title, which was the WWE title. It felt second fiddle. And the fact that your women's champion and your women's world champion isn't on the card is kind of crazy as well, because when was the last time Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton wrestled? I don't care if it's Saudi. I don't care if they value men more than women. I don't care. Get your performers on the card. Because honestly, Night of Champions should have had at least 4 champions on the card. At least 4. All we got was John Cena and Jacob Fatu, who were the champions at that point in time. But the fact that you couldn't put anyone else on the card, especially your major champions, that's a glaring issue to me. Like, I don't understand it, bro. Like, I don't understand how we can leave them off the card and then pretend this is like a Night of Champions. It's not. I understand King and Queen of the Ring was part of the whole thing, but at that point, you could have called the PLE King and Queen of the Ring like you did last year, because this was not Night of Champions. It wasn't. I wanted to discuss this as well, but what is it with these crowds and them booing performers of color? Like, no reaction for the Street Profits. Naomi's getting booed like crazy, telling her to shut the F up during promo. And Jade Cargill getting booed as well. Now, they did this with Bianca overseas. Like, during the European tour, they did that with Bianca. Like, overseas crowds, for some reason, have it out for these black performers. And I'm not understanding that. Like, that to me is an issue. And a lot of people are saying, oh, well, it's because Bianca's stale. Okay, well, what about Naomi? Oh, it's because Naomi's a heel. What about Jade? Oh, it's because she's boring and she can't wrestle. They always have an excuse as to why they're booing the black performers. It's always an excuse. And it's so weird, because just say that you don't like the black performers. Just say that. It's better than coming up with 100 excuses as to why you boo them. To me, saying Bianca is stale is crazy, because she's actually charismatic. She can wrestle her ass off. Jade, go back and watch her AEW matches. You're going to see the comparisons and the contrasting between Jade Cargill's AEW performance and her performance in WWE. They're not the same. They're similar, but they're not the same. And plus, this girl's only been wrestling for what, 4 years? And she never had the athletic background as a Tiffany Stratton, who's been wrestling around the same amount of time. Like, it's just not a fair comparison. And Naomi, there should be no reason why she's not getting cheered. Like, she deserves everything she's getting right now. The Money in the Bank and hopefully a title. Like, she's getting, this is her prime peak era right now. She's doing the best work of her career. And it's crazy the Street Profits No type of reaction. And I think part of it has to do with the theme song, because the theme song has this anticlimactic intro. Because usually when their old theme song would start, people would cheer because they recognize it. But everyone's theme song sounds so similar now that the Street Profits are unrecognizable when their music hits. So that could be one of the reasons. But the fact that they don't get a reaction when they're in the ring is an issue. But I feel like the overseas crowds are kind of iffy. They're very questionable. I don't understand why this is happening. But this has become a trend that I'm not understanding and I'm not liking. Overall, I want to discuss those two things because I feel like the Night of Champions card should have had more champions. And I feel as if that bullying these black performers who put their lives on the line for us every single week is kind of crazy. Very crazy. Very weird. Weird behavior. I don't like it. But if you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.